Okay, may I have your attention, please? This is your brain, and this is your brain on this, and so is this. As far as we're concerned, any questions? I'll explain this if I have time to do it. If I spare my time or my darn lungs. Anyways, final closing time factor video commentary thought starts right now. Kick the theme music. It's time to get ready. TimeFactor's always on. TimeFactor's always on. Somebody's gotta say it. That's why LHMusic is inside your video set. That's why the real conservatives live here. This is the final closing time factor. Video commentary thoughts. Time factor. Oh boy.
Hello, America. The president
Okay, now,
spent the week.
I hate to break this to you, but I think it's time to get started with me, LHMusic, and my final closing time factor video commentary thoughts. And what we talk about is this. When Putin talks, people listen. And this is from today's USA Today. Putin blinks. Stock surge. Now, whatever happens to John Kerry? Yeah, John Kerry tried to set a stupid speech in Kiev yesterday. And now today, because the only thing that happens is what's next? Next on the list. But there's more. You see, this is Ukraine. Airmen return to their post because because the Russians are gone too far from now on. Haven't you noticed that here the Ukrainian people try to battle these Russian war deals, and give me one good reason why I should trust this. Why don't you listen to John Kerry's stupid speech? And here's why. Stupid speech, and here's why. Because it doesn't add up to this. Because it doesn't ring true. Because according to Fox News, a said senior U.S. State Department reportedly that denied claims that the Russian Foreign Minister, Vladimir Putin, that Moscow and the Western powers have a favor with European Union broker deals with the Ukrainian political crisis. Don't you think this crisis has gone far enough for anyone else to be civilized or whatever? Because Secretary tried to meet with the foreign minister on the Ukraine crisis. Oh, just listen to this buffoonish moron, the haughty John Kerry, and everybody deals with President Obama met with Vladimir Putin. But first, I want to hear Charles Gronhammer. This will be on my Time Factor television show later on this weekend, and here's some harsh words that you don't want to know. Listen to this.
Looks at this guy and says, I'm dealing with an adolescent. This is a community organizer. He doesn't understand how the world works. What Putin did, KGB agent and a thug, he pockets all the things Obama offers him for nothing. He walks away and then he struts the world stage, knowing that he's got an adversary in the White House who will do nothing. And he has done nothing.
Now you see what happens next. Because this is gonna be worse. Life could be worse, and I don't like it. So here's your worst nightmare. nightmare because, according to Reuters, it says there's no agreements in today's meeting between Sergei Lavrov and Secretary of State John Kerry. And this is so absurd to me. And what if U.S. Russia to set a meeting with the Western world pushes to an end in this Ukraine crisis at a time like this? Come on! This is why I posted on my TimeFactor website, and this is what I said on my Wake Up Call radio show, and so is my you-know-who LHMusic company last Tuesday. And here's why it can't be civilized. And everybody don't understand what the word means. Never. I mean, and never will be directed by the Ukrainian government. And and so the absolute buy-in of this. Now here's my purpose that you don't want to know about this one. I mean this. Around 100 protesters waving these Russian flags has to march inside the building used by international observers with the Ukrainian Crimea region. What about the Deputy UN Secretary General Jan Eliasson is denying a report that a UN representative was being kidnapped by armed men in Crimea? What about the hundreds of demonstrators waving these flags, chanting, yeah, you know who, Russia, Russia, have stormed this government building in, you know who, Donetsk, in the eastern Ukrainian part of this town? What about the European Union is preparing to freeze the financial assets in you know who? That's right. That's right. 18 people being responsible in misusing the Ukrainian state funds. And Russia has done it again just for today. Buffett suspicious of the Ukraine and the rest of the Western world in the military forces occupying the Crimean Peninsula. And here's my thoughts. Last Tuesday, Russian Vladimir Putin, yeah, this claims to be that none of this wouldn't happen, but the Russian forces have moved into the Crimean Peninsula trying to stun the reaction from Kerry. Really? Like I said on my Wake Up Call radio show, you absolute buffoon. This is what happens. What if the Ukrainian war is got to stop? Period. What if what if the GOP leaders says, "I told you so, Vladimir Putin. Hey, you Vladimir Putin, it's time for you to clean up your act and stop this war zone once and for all." And one more, and this is what happens that you don't try this at home. Let me put this right for you. And the moral story is the RIA news agency quoted that Andrei Kalishas, he's the head of the Constitutional Legislation Committee in the upper parliament, saying this bill will allow the confiscation of property, assets, and you know him, accounts of the European or U.S. companies would offer this president, yeah, president and the government would be the opportunities to defend sovereign from threats. What about Russia? Yeah, I'll tell you about Russia is took over the strategic Crimea Peninsula, yeah, last Saturday. And it's placing its troops, its very military bases and border posts. The two now here's my theory about this. What if the two Ukrainian warships remaining the anchor of the Crimean port of Sevastopol, just for today, blocking from leaving the Russian ships, and forces of Russia are also seized these two Ukrainian missiles defense battalions, and according to Reuters, it's citing the news agency of Infex reporting, but the Ukrainian Defense Ministry could not confirm it. Oh, really, huh? Oh, really, huh? How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet you and your stupid war forces of Ukrainian people stop this war zone? This is what you get for your life. That's what you get for life. And this war has come to an end. I don't know how it's going to stop and stop and all that. But I'll find out what it is on my final closing Time Factor video coverage for tomorrow. So it's my Time Factor radio show and television show as far as we get started with Ann Coulter and Music Effect. And you know what that means. It's time to stop this war. Once and for all. It's time. None, no excuses, whatever. No more war. No more anyone else. So, Vladimir Putin, I want you to come out of your shell. And we'll debate this. Once and for all. Period. Now, any questions? Or else you'll be history for the rest of your darn life. Now, tomorrow, I'll get inside newspapers on Thursday and more of this war zone if it takes all day. Anyways, don't forget to Facebook and follow LHMusic, Facebook.com and Twitter.com. You know my username, LHMusic Time. And check my Time Factor website, which I'm almost done. I'm slow as a turtle. Except Bugs Bunny doesn't know it. At lhmusictime.blibby.com, and so is you know who, that's right. Time Factor page on Facebook at facebook.com/LHMusicTime 2013. Like I said, Vladimir Putin, you better come out on your shell or you're going to be, you're going to be, when Judgment Day comes, your history. Fair enough. Is that fair? Good. Hope you do. Anyways, see you tomorrow on my, see you tomorrow for Thursday's newspapers and lots more. And don't forget, thank God it's Friday. I hope so. Anyways, LHMusic is about to sign off with God's blessings. I salute you, America. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye for now. See ya.